At Ease Peeps, welcome back to my channel, Yellow Sweet Potato. We are here with another episode of Alan Wake 2. In the previous episode, we escaped a dark presence in the subway. We also found our way back to Nightingale and saw Sam Anderson in his boots. And now we have an arrival of a new character not mentioned before in this game named Alice. I think the next mission is going to be to look for Alice. So let's see what this episode has in store for us. So without wasting any more time, here is episode 6 of Alan Wake 2. Look for Alice. Yep. Get to the apartment in something tower. Okay.
Who was writing who? Who was writing this poem? Me? No.
Okay. So where to now? Where from? This is the only path I can see right now. There's a vision over here, maybe something important.
Hanging in the air. Stepping to the murder site, I'd felt it. Hanging in the air. A meaning. The violent emotion of the act. Like a cloud of wrath. The dead eyes of the victim staring at something you couldn't see, and yet making you aware of it. Something had soaked into this place on a molecular level, overlapping with your meaningless existence. Regression to something you had managed to forget. Marking you, taking you for a ride, making you crazier.
You need to get out of this setting.
The station had changed. I was closer now.
It's closer to what? Yep. That's the tower I guess we're supposed to go
Parliament
into.
Tower. Our home in New York. Was I really this close to being home? Going up to our apartment? Would I be home? Or was this just an echo of the real thing? Even then, the murder site had brought me one step closer to escape. Time loses meaning here. How long have I been trying to escape? Long enough for Alice to think I'm dead. The payphone at the edge of the plaza was ringing again.
Yep, that's what I heard. The phone was ringing, so I guess we have to attend it. We have no other choice.
Hey, Alan. Thank God it picked up. I thought I lost you again.
Who are you? Why are you helping me?
Did you go deeper? To the overlap?
Are you talking about the murder site? Yeah, I did.
That's fantastic, Alan. We're closer to getting out. We're making progress.
Well, we would be if you would answer my damn questions.
Last time we spoke, you were pretty worried about Alice. Did you ever check Parliament Tower? To make sure she really got out of the dark place?
Well, of course she got out. That's why I'm here. That's the whole goddamn point.
Be very careful, Alan. The dark presence is stealing from you. It can already manifest as your double. Scratchable.
Wait, hello?
So this thing is getting really interesting. The dark presence can make a double of me, and the scratch, as he mentioned, is something that we gotta be careful of. But first, Alice. Oh, there's another echo over here. Don't tell me Casey was here as well. Fuck off. What are you doing over here? Oh, we gotta be this close.
Writer. Maybe he was a victim. The cult,
I am a victim.
using his words. Or maybe he was the monster behind it all. Either way,
Fuck off.
Alice Wake, his ex, she knew
His
things.
ex.
It was there in her art for all to see. A cry for help. The darkness she'd witnessed. And that put her in danger.
Was Alice here? In the story?
She was here in the story, so that's the next plot point, I guess. I'll keep my torch with me. I don't know when darkness will hit. Please don't get stuck in the elevator. It's a really claustrophobic thing. It's a pretty elevator, but it's just a bit claustrophobic. And you had to have my torch with me. Haunting. Haunting?
Alice's photo equipment. Set to go off when the door opens.
Oh, okay. That's her art. Okay. Not judging. We can't.
Get out! Leave me alone!
Alice! Alice!
Okay.
Alice.
Pick photos for exhibition posters.
This is a photo of Scratch. How did Alice get this? Is he stalking her?
You. So she threw a piece of pie. Maybe she was eating it. Something we can pick up. Nope. Let's look around the rest of the house.
This is the door to my study, where I wrote my books.
There's a symbol over there.
This symbol wasn't here before.
Yep.
Alice's
video
video
camera.
camera. No memory card inside.
Oh, maybe you need to find a memory card somewhere around this house. Video art dock on screens mult. Focal point of the dark place. Part 1. Oh, found the memory
Alice's
card.
memory card.
Now we can use the camera, right?
When I
Again, the
was
live action piece.
younger, photography was everything to me. I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist. And then I met Alan. We had a good thing.
Okay,
We were both dedicated by our creative ambitions.
it's nice.
The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it.
Oh,
I was taking photos, just not my photos. And that gnawed at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right? We loved each other. Then Alan hit a block.
what?
I brought out a meaner side of him,
What the fuck? I didn't think
one
so.
I didn't like.
That's Scratch, right?
I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there. We argued. Things went wrong. Then he was just gone. Drowned, allegedly.
Okay.
It's
This
easy for
was-
people to think it was my fault.
Between the 13 years that he was missing.
Hell, I do, too, sometimes. About 6 years ago, I started hearing noises in the night. Typewriter keys clacking. Voices. Alan was back. Haunting me.
The fuck? Did you guys see the flickering lamp?
Then it got violent.
Fuck, this is giving me
It was
chills.
Alan. And yet, it was a monster.
Is this place haunted?
He always did have anger in him.
Oh fuck. I'm getting scared now.
around the apartment with motion sensors and flashes.
Okay.
Now, when the monster comes, I turn it into art.
Oh fuck, she lost it?
My nightmares caught on film. And this is the focus of my new exhibition.
The flickering light
To
is
show people
fucking with my mind right
the
now.
world is so much darker than they ever knew.
Ah, fuck.
I'm calling this exhibit The Dark Place.
Alice. Scratch was terrorizing her. Why?
Dark Place, the art of Alice Wake.
I sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place, to look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looped me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing it.
The name is scratched out. Is he Scratch? Like, the Dark Place thing consumed him?
Okay, let's recap what you've told us so far, Ellen. For the past 13 years, you've been trapped in a nightmare dimension called the Dark Place. It's like New York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake. And after all this time, you've managed to get out.
Yeah.
Casey think it's a
But
joke.
so has your evil doppelganger. Mr. Scratch? Or is it the Dark Presence?
Both. It's interchangeable. He's Scratch when he looks like me, but he can change into this other form.
And Scratch, the Dark Presence, wants to rewrite the world in his own image.
Which would be in your image, as he looks
Exactly.
just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest, which is scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the Dark Place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. But your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people,
Yeah.
making them crazy, bringing the Dark Place to Bright Falls.
Yes, fiction coming in contact with the dark place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything like darkness when night falls. But last time it...
This will be back in 2010.
Yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted. Before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen. If I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the dark place, make all this shit go away.
I don't think so. They're gonna believe him.
I know it's batshit crazy.
At least he
My
knows that.
memory is full of holes, and I'm not sure how much I can trust. It's like a half-forgotten dream.
He's got eyeliner on. It's cute. I think it has natural eyelashes. It's really great. Yep, they believe 0% of that.
Mr. Wake. Alan. We've seen our share of batshit crazy in the past 24 hours. What I want to know is, why am I? Why are we written into the story?
Casey, we understand. I don't know why
I
Sam
think I
Anderson.
saw you. Or a vision of you in the dark place. I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow.
Is she connected
With
to
that
that
in the
place?
story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
She's shit scared now. She's got to do something.
It's insane. And there's so much of it.
Okay, let's go to the board. Case board. Cases.
Wake just gave us a lot of information. But
She believes
this
it?
clicker seems like a good place to start.
Yeah,
If we
need to
find
get the
that,
clicker.
then we find the cult.
Where is the clicker? The story.
The pages we've been finding are from a horror story called Return, written by Alan Wake. And the contents of this book are coming true. Why couldn't it have been a romance?
Okay. Oh, we got a lot of new things.
Yeah.
There is an entity inside the dark place called the Dark Presence. Let's go here. Things more about the Dark Presence. Flashlight seems to weaken taken. Inside a bright light, Saga felt safe. But it's not Sam, it's Saga. Wake in the form of Scratch and is editing Wake's story. Want to turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
That's it.
Okay. Scratch and the Dark Presence are interchangeable. Fiction coming into contact with the dark place has the power to change reality. Okay. Overlap. It's basically a recap.
The dark place. A dimension that's home to monsters. Huh. Wild stuff. Nightingale goes missing for 13 years, shows up murdered, and then turns into a monster. After I stop Nightingale, a rider who's also been missing for 13 years turns up. What's the connection? What kind of case is this?
It's plain fucked up. That's all you can say. Okay. Okay, maybe we can ask more questions. Heard of the cult?
Have you ever heard of the cult of the tree?
Creepy bunch. in the habit of wearing deer masks, performing murder rituals, victims turning into monsters possessed by darkness, possibly inspired by
follow us?
a horror story written by a certain author.
You
Ring any bells?
The cult. Yes. Yes. They have the clicker.
oh,
If
Are
the
they
cult
working with-
has the clicker, does that make them Scratch's followers?
I guess so.
How are
But
you
they're
so
not aware
certain they even have the clicker?
They
that
could be
he's not Alan.
working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
Alan, if I'm gonna act on this information, you need to be honest with me.
Yeah,
The fuck?
of course.
He's being completely honest.
Is he confused? Or is he hiding
Maybe-
something?
Profiling. Okay, hold on. First, let me add this to the. Got this. Trail of the carpet. Okay. Now profiling. Wake.
Wake said
Got
the
it.
cult has the clicker. How does he know?
The writer is the reader. The next chapter, the next chapter, the next chapter. Keep the pages safe, the dark shining of the words.
Wake is hiding pages. That's how he knows the cult has the clicker. Wake has a double. Mr. Scratch. Where is he now?
A cloud of wrath wears my face. The dark place in your place. Scratching out my body of work.
Scratch is here. In Washington.
Is he?
He's hunting Wake.
Some good information to have. Scratch
Scratch
and
looks just like Wake.
isn't
Why?
it, right?
Don't wake up the dreamer if your life is a dream. I swam to the shore, but the water is rising.
Wake and Scratch are clearly connected. Maybe Scratch got out because Wake did. Or vice versa.
Why is he talking in puzzles? But okay, now we know that both of them got out because of each other. Just the sequence is not clear right now.
Okay,
You're hiding pages.
Mr. Wake. I know you have more pages of the manuscript on you.
You don't understand how vital these pages are. They're the only way I can know what's coming.
You're not the only one
she
trying
needs
to
to know.
solve this. This is our job.
Okay. Here,
It would be so fun for
This
both
is
of them
all
to
I
be in
have.
the same
be careful with them.
gameplay. Okay.
Inside the trailer, at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the cult of the tree. A cultist stared at her. She drew her weapon.
What's next? Oh my god. What's next? What's next? Shit. He doesn't have more pages. Did she get killed over there? Please don't. Okay. Now we know the
The
location
cult of the tree
clicker.
has the clicker Wake told me about. They're a part of all this.
Maybe Alan can join her, please. Okay.
It's all on the page. The clicker, the cult. Okay, I'll head to Watery and find this trailer. Casey, you stay here and keep an eye on Mr. Wake.
Got it.
No, you need me there.
Exactly.
No dice, pal. This is an FBI investigation, and I don't see a badge on that flannel.
A flannel that you gave him. Okay. From now on, you can switch between Alan and Saga stories via the bucket in the janitor's break room. Feel free to play in whatever order you choose. Okay. Great. This was one creepy episode, giving us a sense of the haunting that Alice must have faced in the presence of Scratch. Now we got a new angle to play through. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button, share this video with someone who likes to play games. Let me know what you thought about this episode in the comment section. I'll be seeing you in the next episode. Till then, keep gaming.